there's something that it's been coming up more and more. So I'm gonna make this a topic. I don't know if my channel's unbanned yet. I don't think so. I don't know why. It ought to be. So, and I can't never fully get on page or whatever with what other people are doing. And I wonder because, it's not like I'm concerned being a follower of somebody like that. I don't need to be the leader. I don't have any overwhelming qualification to do any other thing than what I'm doing. And to be a part of resisting, basically, we all know it exists. It is whatever it is, the strings are connected to, that thing that curls your stomach in many different ways. It's the articulating that that I think makes everybody more aware. When you catch that that new sensation, not like it's a new fad, but your brain and mind and spirit complex starts to get a feel, and it gets some experiential awareness of something. For you don't have your brain doesn't even have fucking. It's got nothing to build the idea of things unfathomable upon. Now, the reason for hunting in that area is because those are the things that source, command, the real upstairs, it needs us to feed ourselves with, because that unfathomable power is our God. And we got to keep that plate clean in some sort of way. That is, it's an impossible task, but it's not an impossible thing to do.
The
So
impossimus
what
posse
I've been noticing
will be on
lately
the case. He showed up last night.
is on top of people that just suddenly, now they put out a bunch of pictures of Hillary Clinton yesterday. Now Hillary Clinton always, as far as I'm concerned, is evil. Fuck.
Sorry, big ass gap between these two parts of the video because I didn't know who was at the door and all this shit. We had this guy is a red dragon. Your birthday, if you look your birthday up, it's almost like as significant as doing any gematria. If you look up your birthday on the galactic signature for the Mayan calendar, mine, I'm a white wizard, magnetic. So that's me. Like if I ever like a Virgo, you're a beautiful angel, virgin angel. No, no. Virgos, the signs are weird because our zodiac. It's always been, even for the Chinese, they've had their set of reckonings of the 12 signs. They're different, and there's like how many is there? 88. There's 88. There's the 88. 88. 88 is the constellation count. There's so many fucking varied modalities of bullshit to entangle and confuse you that what becomes really important is to wipe all of it. To have something that wipes all those influences, to nullify all the fucking entanglements, all the fucking spells. Because you're weaving spells the whole time you're talking. All the thinking in your brain, spells. Where are they coming from? Craft. Mr. Craft. Or Mrs. Depending on. So, I started seeing people's that were not and it doesn't have to be when you see somebody and they look a certain way, you recognize their face, and then suddenly there's drastic alteration of that person in some sort of way. You can't really put your finger on it, but it's a different fucking face. That's not the normal Hillary Clinton. It's a different Hillary Clinton. You know, you don't always have or not have, but need. You don't necessarily need to get that triggering the facial recognition, but facial recognition does do it because the whole face has a fractal similarity algorithm ratio of body to proportion, like you have in just the face. Representation of the whole body will be encoded in the face, and your genetics too. So it's one of those things that it's a surface interpenetration of the um, the longitudinal wave, the one that is everywhere at once. But you still have the transverse waves going on, and they're basically generating the excess useless heat. You know, your non fucking intent driven actions that are just, most of the physical world is 4 times the energy it takes to do anything, because you have to overcome the friction and all this. We're in a fully materialized density, lowest to the low. So to harmonize those discordant things, it becomes important to be able to differentiate when you're getting this signal. So this signal is a signal, and it's probably definitely it's coming online for anyone that will try to do their part for a greater group. It's going to have it. It's a weird sort of you got a certain sentiment and reason for it that promotes I don't know, your internal feeling for it would probably cause traditions and shit to be carried on. It's got the vibrational signature will also come into your awareness. It's like certain things that are going forward, and they still have the proper momentum, because there's when you suddenly realize something at the nick of time, and you're able to retroactively um, save the energy that was previously wasted by not going forward under the same harshness of life. That, that, that is what I'm talking about. Because we're being plugged in. What is happening to us and with us is that level. Because you go back to is when you're experiencing the creator by creating, it's holy. The holiness is a condition that makes itself as it goes. And it's not like you can dispute it. It's not something you're going to argue about from a distance. We're going to discuss this on the way there. How we're going to, you know, it's like you can't negotiate with it. You're going to, with a force of nature, you know? So it's your ability to respond is dependent upon your outpouring of that same force to the others. You know, and we're in wartime, so we're supposed to ration our passion. You can't ration passion.